All right, today we're going to be talking about another great read. This is going to be Algernon Blackwood's The Willows. This is a horror. It's not gory. It's only 105 pages. It takes place in the early 1900s in Ireland. Yeah, it's a supernatural book. That's all I'll give you. As you guys know, I keep it light with, my synopsis. I try really hard not to spoil anything for you. Warning, the back of this book will definitely spoil a little bit. I just really prefer to go into books blind. I think you get a lot more out of it when you're not having expectations and waiting for something. It's just my opinion. And so a lot of YouTube spoils stuff, in my opinion, and a lot of people wouldn't call spoilers, but I like to be a person on YouTube. I'll give you the bare minimum. So yeah, it's a supernatural book in the 1900s in Ireland, and it's incredible. Now, one thing I'll say is I read this with two of my other friends, and they're not really readers. I read this all in one sitting, and I loved it, and I had tons of things to say about it, about the nuance of it, and just how amazing it was. My friends did not. They didn't dislike it, but I could tell they didn't get out of it what I got out of it, and it's definitely not because I'm better, even though I am. It's because they read it over like 2 weeks. This is 100 pages. If you and the magic of this book is the way that he slowly, even though it's only 100 pages, he very slowly escalates the tension and the fear and the dread through little tiny things like the tone and just this. It's just this slow build up kind of. And if you don't read it all very quickly, you won't notice it. And if you put it down and pick it up and read 5 pages a day, you're just not gonna be on the train or on the ride. You're not gonna feel the change at all. And I don't really see how you could get too much out of it. So yeah, read this all in one sitting. Whenever you are on the train, it is gonna raise the hair on the back of your neck and just put you in this story where this very uncomfortable, spooky disaster of sorts. Just absolutely amazing. The first 20 pages was like this super deep dive into the settings and the surroundings, and just due to who I am and my brain, I can never pay attention with these long expositions of setting. So I didn't get a single thing out of the first 20 pages. Just a warning. So if you're not really getting anything out of the first 5, I would say just jump forward to like page 18 or something until the story's moving and it's not just kind of vague poetry about the willows and the surroundings and the water and stuff. Yeah, short and simple book. I think we can keep the review short and simple. We can go down some ratings real quick. I haven't done these book reviews in a while, so I forgot exactly what the ratings were, but I think it was relationships, and I kind of have to grade based on the length. I mean, relationships can be a lot of different things. Sometimes it's an awesome relationship between two friends that just have an awesome kind of yin yang or like I don't know. Sometimes it can be, if it's a love story, obviously, how good is that relationship? Sometimes it's two people that hate each other. Just how entertaining are the relationships? In this book, I'll give it an 8, and that's not any fault of the author. It's just, it's a short book. Can't go too deep into relationships in a short book. Nothing was wrong. It was all very believable, but it just wasn't, a focal point of the book at all. Believability, 10 out of 10 for sure. This feels so... I hadn't had feelings of like being scared of the dark or being scared of like superstitious stuff, or I just haven't had that feeling where that kind of ridiculous, nonsensical fear since I was a little kid, like monster under your bed type stuff. I haven't been reminded properly of what that felt like until reading this book, and I've read tons of horror. I think this book does a really good job of like just something is there around you and you can feel it and you know it. I don't know. Love it. So believability, how believable was it? It literally took me back in time. What else do we do? I don't know. I think we can keep it just like that. My overall rating is a 10. There's just not, for what he was trying to do, I can't imagine doing it much better. I read this all in one day. That's 100 pages in a day. That's pretty good for me. And it was quick and perfect. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and if there is anyone watching, just know you are one of a few one of a handful of people in the whole world that will ever see this video. It's kind of cool being such a loser on YouTube when you think about it like that. This is like a VIP section of YouTube. Very, very secretive. Now, yeah, later.